guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys a very important part of trading, which has to do with understanding how to read candlestick correctly. So pay attention to this video, make sure you follow me to the end, like and subscribe. And this particular thing I'm going to teach you guys, you can also use it as a confluence in your trading. So let's dive in. Knowing how to read a candlestick correctly can help you in so many ways. Firstly, understand the market properly. Secondly, it can help you take more accurate trades. Then thirdly, it can help you easily avoid losses. And more importantly, it can help you stay on the right side of the market. Now, let's dive in. Every candlestick tells you a story. Mastering them can help you read the charts just like a book, right? So now we have three types of candlestick. You can see them here. We have three types of candlestick, which is what? Which is the strength candle, the control shift candle, and what? The indecision candlestick. So on this particular video, we are going to be focusing on the strength candle only. So we'll be talking about the strength candlestick only. So now over here, let's dive into the strength candle. This is exactly what the strength candle look like. But before we start talking about this topic, there is something we are not going to ignore, which is we need to first understand that the market is a battle between buying and selling. What does it mean? When we see more buying, like each time we see more buying pressure, it means what? Equal to higher prices. And this might be due to because sellers can demand more dollar per unit. But anytime we see more selling, it is equals to what? Lower prices, which means that we expect price to go down, correct? So because buyers can demand what? More units per dollar. Normally, the ideal way to trade is to do what? Is to wait for price to come to a discount zone. Then you look for what? A buying opportunity. And you wait for when price get to a premium zone. Then you look for what? Selling opportunity. So candlestick are direct reflection of what? Buying and selling. That is just the easy way to say this, right? So now let's dive into the strength candle. This is exactly what the strength candle looks like. A candlestick that is exactly like this, right? So now to explain this, we can now see what? A perfect picture of a candlestick with what? A large body that opens below and closes above. Now this is a perfect example of what? This is a perfect example of what? A bullish candlestick. And we can call it what? A bullish strength candle. You can see the market opens below and closes above, with leaving two lower wick. The first wick is above and the second wick is what? Below. When we go further to explain this, we can see smaller upper wick and smaller lower wick, but with a large body. This is a result of what? A strong buying, and it indicates that buyers hold control over price. In this particular move, the total movement of this candlestick from here to here, buyers, you understand, hold control over price. That is what it means. So it actually shows more what indicates more buying pressure. That is what it means, right? So now let's go further to explain this. We now have what? Regardless of the color. Now we are not talking about the color. We have bullish and bearish what? Strength candle. This is a perfect example of what a bearish strength candle looks like. Open above and closes below, leaving a smaller wick below and a smaller wick above, right? A smaller upper wick and a smaller lower wick. So this is a perfect example of what a bearish strength candlestick looks like, should in case you come across one. So now this is a perfect representation of what a strength candle looks like, which is what? A bearish strength candle. This is a result of what? Strong selling, and it indicates what? Sellers hold control of price at this particular point. You can see where price open, you can see where price closes, you can see the smaller wick, which shows us that this is what? A bearish what? Strength candlestick. So now we now have two different candlesticks. Now you can see that this particular candlestick is a little bit different from the other ones. Why? Because this is a bullish candlestick, but it has no what? Smaller upper wick. You understand? Now, this is a bearish candlestick, but it has no what? Small what? Lower wick. So we can see absence of what? Of the lower wick. So what this particular thing means is this is still a strength candle, but although when candlestick like this prints, it is even more stronger than the first one. You get? Now, the first one is showing us a bullish candlestick with no upper wick, while the second one is showing us a bearish candlestick with no lower wick, right? So now when we go further to explain this, over here we can now see after a strength candlestick print, you can assume that there will be continued upside or downside depending if the candlestick was bullish or bearish. So let's take for example, right here we have a bullish strength candle and we have what? A bearish strength candle. Now both of them show, this bullish candlestick shows no interference from sellers, and this particular bearish candlestick shows no interference from buyers. So after these types of candlestick prints, there's higher chances that there will be continued movement in that direction. Let's take for instance, if this bullish candlestick prints, there is higher chances that market might continue to move what? In that direction. It might continue to move up. If this particular type of candlestick prints, it shows a very strong movement of sellers from this level to this level, which means that sellers are able to hold price. You understand? There is higher chances that price might continue downward. So that is just a perfect way to know it. Keep it simple. So when we go to the next slide, we can clearly, over here we can clearly see a perfect example of what? A bullish strength candlestick that actually prints to the upside. Over here we can now see the correction. These two red candlesticks are the correction. Now we can see another straight candlestick engulfing these two candlesticks and giving us that push continuation to the upside. So these are perfect example. Make sure you apply it to your chart. So for the next slide, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlestick. Right now we can see a bearish engulfing, like a bearish candlestick engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4. What it shows that sometimes when you go to the market, you can see that it will take days for 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it might take like a week for this 4 candlestick to print, but just in a day you will just notice a very, very massive candlestick will just come and break this particular level, clear the low. 1, 2, 3, engulfing this 1, 2, 3, 4 candlestick. What is it telling you? It's telling you that this particular candlestick has covered the time that it took market to print this particular candlesticks. This red candle has covered everything. So what is it even showing you? It's showing you strength, letting you know that this candlestick holds a lot of strength. So this is a perfect example of what? A bearish strength candlesticks with what? No lower wick, showing extreme movement of sellers, telling you that sellers hold price at this particular level. So there is higher chances that markets might continue to move in that direction after a few corrections. So now we can now see a perfect example. If a candlestick has engulfed multiple previous candles, it shows a takeover in control from what? From buyers or sellers. Reverse is the case if it was also buyers, just like this example I showed you. So this is the end of this particular strength candlesticks. So make sure you apply this to your chart. So if I'm to go to our chart now, I'll show you perfect example. So when we zoom out, you can see a perfect example of what? A strength candlestick engulfing this particular candlestick, breaking down. You understand? Breaking down, and we can clearly see what? We can clearly see a movement downward, confirming that after this particular strength candlestick print took out this low, we can see a continuation. Over here we can see first strength candlestick that took out this low for us. Then we can see a correction. After that correction, another strength candlestick, another strength candlestick. So these are perfect example. So when you go to your chart, you'll be able to see all these candlesticks. They are there. All the candlesticks you see here, everything. The summary of them is just these basic candlesticks that I list out for you which is the strength candle, the control shift candlestick, and the indecision candlesticks. So next we are going to be talking about the control shift candlestick. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me with the username I am ToluFX on all social platforms. Peace.